guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a tin punching project, okay? And it's taking basically a pizza pan or a pie pan or a cake pan and punching a design on it, okay? So I'm going to do the pizza pan today. I want to sell them at the vendor's market. So I'm going to show you basically how to get your outline, okay? Your basic design put in, but then you can go back and freehand or draw in like anything else you want to do it. I'm going to do a chicken with an egg sign underneath, banner underneath the chicken. And then I may detail the chicken when I'm done putting down the outline. Okay. So even if you just did the outline part, that's all, you could just do that. You can add to the design anything you want to add to it. So let me put you on the tripod thing and we will get started. Okay. Okay, let's get started. All right, so what you will need is a good solid surface to work on, okay? I'm hoping this will be okay because I was not planning on doing it on this desk, but I'm hoping it'll be okay. Then I went ahead and put a cutting mat underneath my on my desk to maybe absorb a little more of the pounding. You will need a pie plate, a pizza pan. You'll need a pizza pan, and then you'll need your image, okay? And you can use anything from adult coloring books to children's coloring books. Anything that you find an image in, you can use. You can use a magazine. You can use a storybook. Anything that you want to use. And children, if you are doing this, and this should be supervised by an adult, it really should, because there are sharp tools that you'll be using for this. Ask your parents before you tear up a book. Don't just tear up a book because I said, oh, use a storybook. Don't do that. Then you want to secure your image to your pan. So just use a little tape. I'm just using some painter's tape. I mean, I guess you could use whatever tape you want, but then you have the risk of it being stuck down more than you want it stuck down. Painter's tape seems to work great. It's inexpensive. You can buy it at the Dollar Tree. But really secure this piece of paper or whatever image you're using. Now, if you want to hand go in and punch a design and you feel that good about your design, you do that. This is just a template to give me the basic outline. So this will be my basic outline, and I may go in by hand and tap in some feathers and stuff on this chicken. And then again, I may not. I may leave it alone. What I will have to decide is when it comes to these thicker lines, if I'm going to choose like the outside of the line or if I'm going to do it a thickness. I don't know yet. You also can take and grab like a marker or something if you're concerned about this jagged part, and you can actually go in and draw out your line. So you have a more even line if you're worried about the digital whatever. If you're worried about it, you could go through and just clean up the line a little bit if you wanted to. So there's no, right or wrong way of doing this. Honestly, there just isn't. You can just go through and clean up your lines and make them smoother lines. It's going to look nice no matter what you do. It's going to look nice. So you can just clean up those lines. And just follow the lines. So, you guys get it. You can just kind of go in and clean them up. Let me go ahead and clean them all up a little bit. Give myself a solid, good line to work with. I guess you could draw on your pan. The only thing is you'd have to remove the ink. And I'm not sure what is the best way to remove the ink. I don't know if you used alcohol, if it would distort the metal or not. I don't know. But you guys get it. You can kind of go through and kind of clean up your lines a little bit. I mean, I don't know yet, like I said, if I'm going to take and fill this whole thing in with taps or not yet. I haven't decided. I'm thinking I will. I'm thinking I'll fill it in with taps. So I do want to go here and highlight his face a little bit. So this is supposed to be fun, guys. It's supposed to be fun, not stressful. Not stressful at all. Okay, so basically that's my design. And now it's just a matter of getting in there and starting to tin punch it. Now, depending on what you want out of the tin punch, okay? And the reason why I say that is if you hit it hard, you're going to poke a hole in it, okay? So you have to remember that when you're working with the pan. On a pizza pan, if you poked a hole all the way through the other side, it would not be a big deal because there are pizza pans that have holes to allow the dough to bake. But if you were doing this to a cake pan or another kind of baking pan, you might not want to do that because you would not want food to drip through the holes and clog up the holes. I personally don't like to tin punch all the way through. I like to tap it just enough, okay? So what you're going to need in tools is you're going to need some sort of pick. This is an awl, okay? If you can find an old ice pick, they work wonders too. An old ice pick is an amazing tool for this, okay? An old ice pick is really an amazing tool. It's one of my favorites. You used to be able to get this ice pick years ago at Ace Hardware. Don't know if you can anymore or not. I haven't seen one. Also, Harbor Freight carries, I believe, this. It comes in different sizes. I've got out 2 of them right now. The points are different, so you're going to get a different size. You're going to get a different size punch. Also, you can find these, I think, at Walmart. And they come with a curvier one. But these are nice because you can go in and do a little design. But this punch is pretty good too. It's almost like the ice pick, or like the awl. So I guess this is called an awl. I don't know for sure. I think they call them pick tools. But you just have to figure out what works best for you. And then you're going to need a hammer. Do not get too heavy of a hammer. Get a hammer that you can hold in your hand comfortably to hit with. Because I'm telling you right now, this does number on your body a little bit. You might want to try a rubber mallet. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet because it's been a while since I've done this. There's also this kind of tool. I don't know where I got it from. Don't have no clue. I don't even know if there's anything inside of here. Okay, there is something in there, but oops. So I guess I can change out the different ones I want. That's flat, so I'm not going to change them out. I do not know where this came from. It was a tool I found when I was going through stuff, so I don't know. But it has a point on it too. So you just have to figure out what works best for you. I'm going to start with the ice pick, okay? Because the ice pick is my favorite in all. So I'm going to start with the ice pick. And you just start somewhere. Just start at a corner somewhere. Start wherever you want. But my suggestion is you start at a corner and slowly work your way around your piece. I'm going to start with the rubber mallet because I think it's a little lighter weight. And you just pounce. Now, I don't know if it went through. Okay, it did not go through. You guys see that right there? You want to know your depth. So you want to be very careful. I don't know if y'all can see that. But there's a slight little bump right there. You just don't want to hit too hard because if you hit too hard, you're going to put a hole in it. You just want to hit it enough. Okay. Again, I have a nice little bump there. So this is not a very hard hit I'm doing. I'm doing a very light hit. You know, I could do one and probably be not more than enough. See, I hit that a little harder and I actually have a tiny little spot there, which that is fixable. That is fixable. You can go back and you can pound that back in, but you just don't want to hit it too hard. It's going to take you a little bit of getting used to how hard to hit it. That's going to take you a little bit of time. It's just figuring out how hard to hit it. This is time consuming little project. And you might mess up the first couple times you do it because you're not used to doing this. You know, you just have to stay with it. I find the best way to go is just to stay on top of it and not stop a lot in between. If you're going to stop at any time, find a spot to stop at so that you can pick up right next to where you were just at. This is an old art form. There's a lot of tin punching done in the pioneer days, especially in what was called a pie safe, but they usually poked the holes through it, which allowed you to put your pie in a cabinet and then allowed air to circulate and prevented any kind of critter or human critter from coming and getting your pie. All right, so right there I have this little line. You see that? Can y'all see that? So it feels pretty good. Doesn't feel like I went through anywhere. So I can either continue this line here or I can go to the outside and not do that. But I think I'm going to continue the line. Like I said, just a light tap, a light tap. A light tap. If the pointier your tool is, like the ice pick, the lighter the tap, okay, you want to do. The pointier the tool, because that is a really sharp little point, and you don't want to poke a hole in it. Now, if you were doing this just for a decorative piece, and you weren't going to use it to eat off of, then go ahead and poke your holes all the way through if you want, you know. Put a couple layers of cardboard underneath your board, or a do it on get an old piece of get a piece of wood about the size of this, and go ahead and poke all the way through, or use a Dremel tool and put holes in it if you were just going to use it for a decorative piece. But I like to make these so that people can still use them. We have one in the kitchen that we brought from Florida that I had done at I used to demonstrate at the county fair back in Florida every year. And one year I dressed up as a pioneer woman and I tin punched the whole week while I was there. And I couldn't, as soon as I got one done, somebody was buying it. So I only salvaged, my hands cramp when I do this. I only was able to salvage one pan, and it has a turtle on it. And we've had it like 3 years now. Nathan loves that pan, my son. I like to make sure that I'm getting them close. Oh my, I forgot that my hand cramps up so much. I'm sure you could use a pair of locking pliers to hold this in place. I was hoping to show you guys a strip of this. But I think I'm going to pause you guys and go ahead and do the design, and then bring you guys back and show you guys the design. That's what I'm going to think I'm going to do, because this is going to take me a little while to do this today. I'm going to do, like I said, the basic outline first, and then I might go back and add in feathers and stuff. I'm not sure if I'll just draw them in here and do them, or if I'll just leave this, you know, since it's been a long time since I've done this, if I will just like do just the outline and do, I want to do the pizza pan, I want to do a cookie sheet, and I want to do a pie pan and or a cake pan. I want to do sets of these and sell them. So I'll come back to you guys in a little bit, okay? All right. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, okay, I finished the punching of the tin. This is the back side. Just see how it looks on the back side. I'm going to put you guys up on the tripod-y thing, and I'm going to reveal. It might be backwards to you guys. I'm not sure. So this might not be backwards to you. See, that's not backwards to you. That's the back side. That's just the underside. So, but I don't know how to fix it to where it's not backwards when I show you straight on. So, I'm going to, like I said, put you on the tripod and take off the pattern and show you guys what it looks like, okay? Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I had the other video, and somehow I lost it. I don't know how. Maybe I didn't hit, maybe I did not hit record. But this was the original pan we were working on, the one with the chicken and the egg banner underneath. I was going to show you, I just did this one. I've done, with that chicken design, I've done a cookie sheet. I've done a roll pan, I guess they call it. I've done a brownie pan. I've done 2 cake pans with the design on it, and 1 pie pan. So that's what I've done so far with this design. But because I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to show you guys a completely finished. Here is the design I did on this cake pan. I mean this cake pan, this pizza pan. And basically, again, this is the back side. I can rub my arm against it, and there is nothing sharp on it whatsoever that's going to poke me because I did not punch all the way through. Even the back looks nice. It's just the word pizza is backwards. So if you peel off your design, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to come off. They just come right off. Your templates, your paper design that you punched from. There's no problem with them coming off, and I wanted to show you guys that. They don't stick in the holes or anything. The only thing that happened with this pan was right here at the very beginning, I started punching too hard, and I had a slight roughness on the other side, but that was easy fix. I took a piece of scrap block wood and I put it up underneath and I pounded it down. Now that I've taken the pan off, I now see that it is slightly raised here. So the fix to that, and you want to do this gently, is just to take a rubber mallet and pound it back down. If you're concerned that you're going to leave marks, do it with something like that. And see, now it's better. But you're going to have some bowing on the design, and it does distort the pan a little bit when you're doing the pans. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, this one's laying pretty flat, but let me show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say it distorts it a little bit. The cookie sheet, for instance, okay? They're flimsy anyways, but one corner wants to come up more than the other corner. But that's just something that happens because when you start tin punching a design in the middle of the pan, you kind of distort the flatness of the pan. It's not bad. If you put it over, it lays pretty flat. There's nothing you can really do about that situation because you don't want to go pounding the back of this a whole lot to try to pound it back into to where it lays flat. You don't want to do that. What's causing it to happen is your design is slightly raised from the bottom of the pan. I think that's what causes it. If you get carried away and try your best to take a mallet and pound this out, you're going to put dents in the pan, and you don't want to do that. It's just better to live with it. I think in time, as this is put in and out of the oven with cookies on it, it's going to adjust it. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to fret over that at all. It's not something to fret about. But I kind of wanted to finish up this video. When I was editing this video, I realized that I had not videotaped the end results. So I wanted to show you guys that the paper does come off, because I did not know if anybody would think that the paper would get stuck in the little divots, you know, the little punch sections. I didn't want people to think that it would get stuck in there. I wanted to show you that it does peel right off. So I'm going to do a few more of these designs. I'm actually going to do one now in a pie and put pie time. So I'm going to make up some of these now for my market. I'm going to put a hole here and put a piece of raffia, or not raffia, twine in it to hang it, and put a little card on it telling people to hand wash the pans. You can cook on them. You know, you can use them for food and stuff. So, but now this is, right now, out of the two designs, this is my favorite design. I like that chicken there. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do one of these for myself. I might do one of these for myself. Pizza time. So, but it's actually kind of fun. I mean, it cramped up my hands when I did those other ones the other day. But it's not too bad. I did whack myself here with one of the tools today. I did get myself. So, again, this is not for children. It needs to be adult supervision. I would not give a child an ice pick and let them loose with it. I just would not do it. I mean, because those things are sharp. So, again, adult supervision. And know your kid before you give them an ice pick and a hammer and let them whack something. And put something behind your work if you care about your tabletop. So I'm going to end the video now. I'm going to tell you guys art is creative, so go out and create some art. And I hope this was beneficial. Hope somebody can make this project. See you all in the next video.